Hey, so we're back again, and we're just doing a bit more flattening on the exhaust manifold, a bit of cleaning and all of that. So it's time to start fitting some of these parts. It was way too hot here yesterday. It was about, in this shed, about 40 degrees, believe it or not. It was so hot, the tire on the car was melting. Wow, never experienced that like it. But anyway, I wasn't going to work in here, it was like a sauna. So I want to get the exhaust manifold on, carb fitted, dynamo, rocker cover and fuel tank. It's a lot to ask in one video, but I'm hoping just to keep working and just record bits and pieces to try and speed things up. So without further delay, let's pull over the exhaust manifold. Okay, let's get going. Right, 9/16 coarse thread, long nut. We'll get one on it. Hang off that. Okay, so we have these wires routed below the manifold. If you're following the series, you'll have noticed that they were above it, actually sitting on it. So I didn't think that was a good idea, personally. With the heat and all of that. So there's basically a new gasket on this. It's a bit tight. I might have to do a bit of cleaning here. Oh yeah, so someone used vice grips to take these studs out, and they're just a little bit burred. Okay, this should be alright. It should go on. Now, so we're going to fit on one of these. Exhaust manifold gasket is basically brand new because this engine was put together not too long ago and it did extremely little. So you see it's perfect. And little trick is, yes, these are 9/16, but if you get a slightly bigger spanner, like a 15mm, it can speed up things just while you're, tightening things up. But I'm just going to throw in one or two more of these that are fairly accessible. And quickly. So I'm going to come back when that is bolted on. Okay, I didn't paint it, you're probably wondering why. Well, very simple. I never find it lasts. I have plenty of paints. I have grey, I have silver, I have gloss black. It's just not worth it. I have rust primer, all of that. Waste of time. It just comes off. So let's use this just to basically run them in a bit. Do everything by hand. Well, like these to just speed up things a little bit. Just, I don't like using three things on vintage. These, where you actually fully tighten it in, I don't like using welders, and I don't like using angle grinders. Simple as that. Yeah, there's times when it's unavoidable, but if I can avoid it, I will. Oh yeah, some of these can get it cut because of the cast. And there's a little bit as a gut. It can be a little bit. No two manifolds are the same basically. It can be a bit lumpy. So yeah. But yeah, I'll come back now when I've that done. For this corner here on the other side, I use a 15mm just because it goes on nice and it comes off loose. Easy to take off, because if I get a 9/16, it can be a little bit, you have to get it perfectly in there. Whereas this, just to get the stud in, the 15 is just a little bit looser, then you nip it up then finally then with the ring end on the 9/16. Just a little tip. That saves it might save a minute or two. Okay, carb time, but I'm actually going to go and put Jubilees on this because they're meant to be on it. So this one's a bigger one. This is a strange pipe because the intake is bigger, it's wider than the carb, which doesn't really make sense from a tuning point of view. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but look, what can we do? I'd like to put a bit of this grease around here just to help seal things as well, because if you don't have any vacuum leaks, you get a smoother running engine. So I think when you don't have the Jubilee clips on, it just looks like a little bit of a rush job, if you ask me. It's actually a fairly hard pipe to get new, this pipe, because it's not a straight same size pipe. And it can be a little bit awkward to fit. And of course that's not going to help the throttle lever there. So we'll line the throttle lever up. That seems to get jammed down there, and then now it pulls the car back out. Slightly awkward. Now, when we have that sticking up there, we can go and fit a bit of that grease around there. This carb's gasket is part really quality, good quality one, so we can reuse that. Okay, it's a little bit tight on the studs. Oh, holy hand, God, that's tight. Now let's take off the pipe and see what's going on here. I'm going to have to do a bit of filing on that. That's crazy. Yeah, we're not going to get away with that. That's fine, I'll just do a bit of tightening on that and I'll come back to when we've that done. I always find you're better off putting on your pipe first, because it saves wiggling. Now, so we'll put these on and we can straighten up the Jubilee clips afterwards. It's just to get a grip on it, because I find this steel pipe is a little bit awkward. So at least if that's on, we'll have our throttle rod with the bolt shoved through that. Okay, so that is that. Now we put on our nuts. Fine thread ULNF, 1/2 inch head. Okay, this one's a little bit tighter because the float bowl is the cap on it there is just a little bit higher. Okay, all good. It's always worth spending a few minutes off the jacket, because it's still melted. It's very, very humid in here. So all is good there. Try and lift the light up a bit because it's just creating, as usual, a shadow. And there's no quick way doing this. Open on the spanner is the only way you can do these. Okay, so throttle rod is on. Let's put the nut behind on the bolt and through the governor rod. We have our grease on the gasket surface. it looks a little bit neater with them. I will just do a little straighten up job, and then I like to have the both facing the same way if possible. The same angle. It's very, very small detail, but I think it just, for the minute it takes, it's worth doing. Nice big thick chunky gasket on this. You don't have to go crazy tight on that, but I'll finish tightening that. But what we'll do is we'll just straighten these up a little bit. Have them just look on the same. When you tighten them, you do go back a bit. But that'll do the finish there. If you want to be very fussy, you can push this ladder around a little bit as well. And then retighten till you go back. Just to have it looking a little bit more neat. Okay, next job is we can bolt on the exhaust with the gasket. I'll give you a change of scenery. So what I'm better off doing, and we're in complete darkness. Right, move the work lamp, the Prince of Darkness. I know what they called, Lucas Electrical Limited, Joseph Lucas, the Prince of Darkness. Because half the time your lights wouldn't work when you want to come home. So the reason why we're putting on the fuel line is, I suppose, I'm trying to work from the back. We're not going to go over tightening that. Forward really, isn't it? That's what we're trying to do. And then we can lift up our exhaust here. Okay. That gasket hasn't seen much action. Okay, what will we do? We'll put the bolts down from the top. These are good hard bolts. Okay. I had to drill my studs out as well because they're in my own tractor because they were just too far gone. Okay. Right. Okay. They're a bit too long for the job. Well, it's all right. They're good strong bolts. Okay, it's slowly starting to look like an engine again. And we do like that. But we also like the getting there, don't we? We like the bit of work. Get that mixed up a little bit here, and that's going to go in there. That's going to oblige us. With a 1/4 inch socket ratchet drive set is a gift. I find it very handy for working on the likes of the Triumph motorbike behind you there. Your space can be a little bit limited. And then I try to, if at all possible, I try not to go more than 3/8. Okay, how because I find the bigger you go, the more chance there is of wrecking something. And we don't want to do that. I don't think that's going to seal there. We're going to get a feeler gauge and see. Okay, so got the dynamo fitted. Got all of the linkers on and did a bit of rejigging of wires and stuff just to make sure that nothing's getting rubbed and stuff. So tomorrow evening we're going to put the rocker cover on. It was leaking. It was leaking down here and it was leaking up there. So we're going to fit that. It's over there. Did a bit of work on the gasket, so that's going to go on with a bit of Indian head. Fuel tank on, and then in with the battery, and we should be ready for a start. I might check the timing, or I might just try and start it and see how it sounds, and then check the timing if I need to, but I will check it at some point anyway. See if we can improve things a little bit. But yeah, things are shaping up. Spent a little longer than I thought on that side, but it's no harm because there's so much on that side between charging and fuel, and this side is more the electrics, apart from the dynamo on the other side. But yeah, I'm happy enough to my brass off the listen Dulcun Kin with the progress that we're doing on this. We're taking our time. There's no panic with it. Enjoying it. Tightening everything up. Free plays here and there, and clutches and steering and brakes and all of that. But we do need to start getting it running now and seeing what's going on. And then we'll probably have to, mightn't have to retorque the head. We'll inspect it and make sure it's not leaking, basically. The dynamo was very close. The pulley was very close to the radiator cowling. So I did loosen the nuts underneath the radiator there on the studs, and I just moved the whole lot forward a bit there just to get a bit of clearance in there, and it still it didn't make any difference really. That's all there anyway. That's keeping that at the right distance away from the fan, so it's all good basically. I'm not 100% certain this is going to be sealing. They usually do wear here. So we'll see. If it isn't, we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. They are hard to get flat. It's very hard metal and it takes an awful lot of sanding. In fact, on the gold belly, I just gave in the manifold to my local machine shop and he machined this flat, the carburettor flange and the cylinder head flange. He just did the three of them, and yeah, it sorts it all out. But that's where we're going to leave it, and we'll come back tomorrow evening. It'll really start to take shape now when we put on the rock cover and the fuel tank, and then it's, yeah, hopefully turn the key, ignition light, give it a rev, ignition light will go out because it's charging with our new regulator box and all of that. So that's the plan. That is hopefully going to be in tomorrow evening's video. So stay tuned, agus ben me the kaint an sin. We'll be chatting to you then.